I'm Stumpy Nubs, and I'm making dominoes. This is a great project for using up some scraps of hardwood. You just need about 6 or 7 feet of 1 inch wide stock, 3/8 of an inch thick. Now my strip started out at 3/4 of an inch, which is 3/8 times 2, so it was tempting to try to get 2 usable strips out of each 3/4 inch piece, but the saw curve just eats up too much. You really want your dominoes to be a full 3/8 of an inch thick. If you're using maple, be careful that you don't pause during the cut and scorch it, because those marks are going to be hard to sand away. You'll need to cut your strips into at least 28 2-inch long pieces. I say at least because it's nice to have a couple of extras in case you mess something up, or if one gets lost down the road, you could just make another one from your extra pieces. I suppose you could use a power sander for this next step, but I just clamped a sanding block in a vise and that worked. You just want to ease the edges and knock down the corners. I didn't go crazy, I just didn't want them to feel sharp in the hand. I also didn't mind them looking a little handmade either, to impress those lady domino players with my handiwork. You'll want to mark a line down the center of each piece and then cut along that line with a fine hand saw. Not too deep, maybe just a 1/16 of an inch or less. A miter box can be used to hold them while you cut if you've got one handy. I made a template for the holes. You can download it for free over at stumpynubs.com. Just use the link below the video to find it. Get yourself a piece of 1/4 inch hardwood dowel. Make sure it's hardwood, like oak or something, not pine or poplar. It's a good idea to maybe use a pencil sharpener to get a point on it. Not too sharp, just kind of dull. And then put it in your drill press. If your drill press has changeable speeds, like swapping the pulleys with the belt, get it as fast as you can. Then use it to scorch dots on your dominoes. The pattern on the website is going to give you all the different layouts that you need. By the way, the dots are called pips. That's some insider domino knowledge for you. That's it, you have a new set of dominoes. Go get yourself a sack to hold them in and have a cold one. Unless, of course, you want to look like a pro. Then you're going to need a box. You can use any old wood. I'm using walnut because I have some, and I think it looks good with maple. You'll need some 1/4 inch thick pieces that are 5 1/8 by 6 1/8. You need 2 of those. You can resaw a piece of 3/4 inch thick stock to get both pieces if you don't have a thick chunk like I have. Whenever you resaw wood, it's always a good idea to put it in a plastic bag if you're not going to use it right away. The center of your board is likely to have a different moisture content than the outer surfaces, which can lead to cupping really fast. So if you throw it in a bag until you're ready to use it, that'll keep it flat. You'll also need 2 pieces that are 1 1/4 inch wide, 6 1/8 inch long, and 3/8 of an inch thick. And you'll need 2 more that are 1 1/4 inch wide, 4 5/8 of an inch long, and 3/8 of an inch thick. These are your box sides. You can use a router or a table saw to cut some 1/8 inch deep by 3/8 inch wide rabbets in both ends of your 2 longer pieces. Then assemble them into a square. Brad nails will speed things up. You'll be gluing your top and your bottom on. I know what you're thinking. How will it open? We'll get to that after the glue dries. After you've let it sit a couple of hours, it's time to cut our new box open. Set your table saw fence to 3/4 of an inch from the blade and raise the blade just enough above the table to cut through the box sides. 4 cuts is all it's going to take. You'll need 2 more scraps of wood. This time they have to be 1 inch wide, 5 3/8 of an inch long, and you're going to rip them to 1/8 inch thick. Round over the corners to make them look nice, and then glue them inside the thicker of your 2 box halves. You may also want to sand a little bit of a bevel on the outer edges of these 2 strips so that the box lid will slip over them easily. A few coats of clear finish are all you need to wrap it up. I just use boiled linseed oil. Now, all you need to do is learn how to play dominoes. Thanks for watching.